Good afternoon, everyone. Facebook world, two viewers now. That's awesome.
Evening, not afternoon.
Is it? Yeah, it is evening, isn't it?
Yeah.
Still
It's
daylight.
like,
Daylight saving time has thrown me off.
oh,
Lost
for
hours
sure.
of sleep.
Yeah.
But
It
well,
was
welcome.
rough.
It's Monday. We're doing our podcast about the Gateway Experience. I got myself and Kayla.
Yes.
Um, we're
Hello.
we're gonna talk about CD one of two, and it's what's the intro? What's it called again? The title?
Introduction to Focus 10.
Introduction to Focus 10. So last Monday we talked about the Gateway. We did CD1. It's about 33 minutes, and then we just did CD2. So if you are joining us and you saw us last week, on our journey to see if we can talk to aliens.
Yeah.
I think that's the goal, right?
Yeah. That's my goal, anyways.
But, but well, before we get into what happened to me and Kayla, I'm gonna post our one of our sponsors, Rep Sports. They got some really good stuff. I'm gonna post in there, and I'll also post a promo code if you decide you want to buy some of that stuff. Put our name in there. It's freaking awesome stuff. I think James said he did the sleep one. It like putting to sleep
Yeah.
instantly, no waking up. And it's
Yeah.
all natural.
And their energy drinks like are hydrating as well. Which is crazy for an energy drink because usually they dehydrate you, but these ones are hydrating too. So
I know that, Kevin's buying some right now, and he said there's zero sugar in some of those energy drinks, which is
yeah.
normally unheard of. So,
Yeah. Seriously.
but how is weather there in Indiana?
Well, if you see flashlights behind me, it's not burglars. It's we lost power, so it's terrible.
How long you been out without power?
Since 2:30.
Jeez, it was at
Yeah.
60 degrees, wasn't it yesterday?
Yeah.
Right, freezing rain.
Yeah,
Man,
freezing rain, power's out. They're saying it could be like 10 o'clock before it comes back on.
I don't miss I don't miss Indiana.
No, it's not fun. It's getting a little chilly in the house. So, but I am repping our merch.
I see that. I couldn't find my dang shirt, so I wasn't wearing a bikini. So
Dang it.
But yeah. So let's do like we did last time, where you kind of did some.
Yeah.
Because you're doing Kayla's doing all the research, so she's reading ahead, kind of see what's happening. She also has the CIA declassified document from the Army, so she'll go into that as well, and then go into like what happened to me and you.
Yeah, perfect.
So everyone who's just now joining us is me and Kayla have not talked about our experience until now. She's doing more research based, and then she's doing the CD. I'm just going in cold, no researching, no looking at the internet to see what happened to people, just so we can get two different perspectives. We do have one of our followers. I'm not sure if she's on right now. She's probably at work, but she's also doing it with us during this time. So if Elisa, if you're on, as we start talking about some of the things that happened, if you can, put down some of the things that you happened in the chat. But again, we're gonna try this out. Well, you got 3 viewers now. Welcome to the stream. Let's go into that, Kayla. Let's go into what you found out.
Yeah. So the wave 1 is called discovery. So from what I understand, a lot of this is just going to be like introducing us to different aspects of what the gateway is. So discovery number 2, which is the introduction to focus 10, is what we did today. So focus 10 is a level in which your mind remains awake and alert while your body sleeps calmly and comfortably. Follow the instructions, focusing upon and then totally releasing each body part. Your body knows how to do this, and to look with your eyes closed as you move towards profound relaxation. One of the paradoxes of mind awake, body asleep is the possibility of heightened sensitivity, awareness that the pores of your skin breathe, hearing the swish of your blood flow behind your ears, feeling your heartbeat. Spontaneous remote sensing is also possible, hearing sounds you would swear you were hearing this time, but not the last time, or perceiving faraway, delicate odors. Place all expectations in your box, relax, and simply go with whatever you are experiencing. So that is what Focus 10 is all about, which was different from the first one.
Yeah, and you said remote viewing, so like things that you could be able to see things? Like
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Which was weird because I had some experiences this time. So it's
you did or you didn't?
I did. I wrote 2 pages of stuff.
Oh wow. Yep, this one was pretty chill for me. Like there was a couple things that happened, but
it was relaxing.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
Like I felt very at ease during the whole thing. So.
All right. And
then, yeah.
So do you want to go into what we found, or you want to go into the CIA document first?
Yeah, let's do the document first, just because I think it kind of goes along a little bit with what today was. Okay. So the document is broken down by, I don't have my, oh yes I do. So the guy who wrote this is, let me find that. Wayne McDonnell is the one who did all this research. So he's pretty much like talked to a bunch of different psychologists and biomedical engineers and just a bunch of different people to see like what can be like correlated to the gateway. So hypnosis is one of the things that he talks about, which hypnosis is, according to the theories of the psychologist Ronald Stone and the biomedical engineering models of Itzhak Bentov. Hypnosis is basically a technique which permits acquisition of direct access to the sensory motor cortex and pleasure centers and lower cerebral, which is your emotional portions and associated pleasure centers of the right side of the human brain, following successful disengagement of the stimulus screening function of the left hemisphere of the brain. So your left side is the self-cognitive side, that like your verbal and linear reasoning component of the mind. If it fills the function of screening incoming stimuli by categorizing, assessing, and assigning meaning prior to allowing passage to the right hemisphere of the mind. So then your right hemisphere is the functions of the non-critical, holistic, non-verbal, and pattern-oriented component of the brain.
So like the imaginary part of the brain?
Yes.
Okay.
And it appears to accept what the left hemisphere passes to it without question. So like that's where the hemisync is, like that balance in between the left and right hemisphere of your brain, which is kind of along the lines of hypnosis from what I'm seeing. The result may involve an emotional reaction originating in the lower cerebral region, sensory motor responses requiring involvement of the cortex, and so on. Both the sensory and the motor cortices of the right cerebral portion of the brain contains a sequence of points known as the homunculus, which corresponds to points of the body. Stimulation in the corresponding area of the cortex causes intermediate responses in the associated portion of the body, which there's actually, because I'm not on my computer because I don't have power.
Elisa said she made a light burn out.
Oh,
nice.
That's interesting.
Welcome to stream, Elisa.
So here is.
If you catch a cotton ball on fire, then we got something.
Yeah. I don't know how well you guys can see this. There's actually like a drawing of like what happens.
Yeah, you can see it pretty well.
Okay.
So as you're doing this is what happens to the brain?
Yeah, and this is like the process of what happens in your brain. Yeah, exhibit one.
During CD 1 of 2, when you go into state 10?
No, this is
Oh,
what
okay.
is going on in your brain during hypnosis, which they say at the end that this aspect of hypnosis will become significant in context of the gateway process when attention is given to examining the way that hypnosis may be used to accelerate progress in the early stages of the gateway experience. So the early stages that we're in, which is kind of how this is kind of what our brain is doing, I guess, which is interesting.
So this is kind of a theory of hypnosis, basically.
Yeah, like it's saying like the same process of what. So they have like hypnosis, transcendental meditation, and what was the other one? I've got all kinds of notes.
Michelle,
and
welcome to the stream.
biofeedback. And so all of these different kinds of meditation, hypnosis, biofeedback, they all kind of correlate with how the brain works in the gateway project as well.
Okay.
So it's just kind of a neat little science. If anybody is into science like me,
yeah,
it's an interesting read.
It says, yeah, I'm very interested in science. Like what?
Yeah.
How? I mean, the brain can do so much, and I know there's more that a brain can do that we may not be able to know, or maybe they do know from the gateway, and that's why I'm very interested.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're saying.
I think of putting this.
Yeah, because they figured out how to consciously control your brain, pretty much. So we'll find out as we keep going through this whole process. Like I said, I think discovery is wave 1. So I think like each CD is like introducing you to something new, and then once we get into wave 2, I think is probably when it's going to start like correlating everything to do more.
So Elisa said that she wasn't thinking about the light bulb going out. It's just interesting. Like, so John Tenney says nothing's a coincidence. He doesn't believe in any coincidences. Everything happens for a reason. And it is
synchronicities.
It's very weird that like you started doing this and all of a sudden, the light went out at that moment that you were doing it.
Yeah.
Say maybe that was Elisa subconsciously making her light go out, or maybe she has that much energy. It's just really weird that like at that time that light goes out.
Yeah.
So why did it go out yesterday? Why didn't it go out a week from now? It just happened to be when she laid on that bed and the light was straight above her and it went out.
Yeah.
So, it's very interesting, but I love John Tenney's theories. Like he says, nothing's a coincidence. So.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
All right,
either.
So let's go into last time I jumped the gun and went first. So let's give one of the things you wrote down in your notes and the stuff that you just disclosed about. You read it before you did it. Let's hear. Yes. Give me one thing that happened when you did this. Like what you're feeling, what happened, anything.
So from our last one, I kind of like changed a little bit on how I did things, and kind of like focused on like different stuff than I did last time. Just like from things that you had said that you did. So like with the box. Your energy conversion box. I kind of last time I just did like basics. Like I did like fear and anxiety as a whole. I didn't like break it down into different things. So this time I did my fear of like big bodies of water, my fear of falling. Like I have a terrifying fear of like falling to my death. I don't know why, but I do. So like that kind of stuff. That I'm terrified of clowns. I'm scared of like the ocean and what's in the ocean. Or the lake. Yeah, I've got a bunch of like irrational fears.
I'm afraid of water that if I can't see my feet, I'm not going in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
same.
Ocean wasn't too bad when I could see my feet, but after that, like nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yep. Unless I have a little bit of liquid courage, then it's a different story. So.
I don't.
So I did more of like more structural things. I guess I put in my box. So. It follows the same like steps as the first one. So you do like it has the ocean waves, and then you do your energy conversion box, and then you go into your resonant tuning, which this was different for me than last time. So like when you're breathing in, you open your eyes, and then when you breathe out, you close your eyes, and you're supposed to imagine like breathing in like fresh, clean energy and breathing out like the bad energy. Yeah. And so when I was like breathing in, it was like super, super cold, like and this was before the power went out, so it wasn't cold in my house, but
Okay.
the air like breathing in seemed very cold, and then the air that I breathed out was like very, very warm, which is kind of normal, but like warmer than normal. And then also like before I would like open my eyes to breathe in, like it was like I could see it was like white even though my eyes were closed, and then as soon as I would breathe out it was like black. So I thought that was interesting.
Okay.
And then and that's when my body started to feel heavy and resonant tuning too.
Okay.
So do you have anything on what happened during resonant tuning for you?
So when I did the breathe out, the breathe in, breathe out thing, and then you do your energy conversion box. You know, I make mine's like a cylinder shape. And I'm just imagining it. I'm not seeing it, but like imagining that I'm putting stuff in a box, and kind of like it's like endless, like in Harry Potter, her purse that she had where she could put all that stuff in there. That's what I imagine. I can put whatever I want in there, inside that box. If I'm scared of it, I throw it in there. And mine's like an oval shaped box, and then I put like a little seal on with my handprint, and then I kick it away. And that's what I do every time. I'm gonna start doing the same thing. You know, fears of airplanes, fears of leaving to go to Fort Knox, fears of my son's condition. So everything that like bothers me, anxiety wise, is thrown in the box for that. So that moment I can just take a break. That's the goal of it. Because I'm constantly thinking about things that I can't control, and it sucks because we can't stop thinking about it. But when I do that conversion box stuff, I actually stop thinking about it just for those 33 minutes. Because last time I talked about having a headache, I didn't have a headache this time. But during that, I stopped having a headache, but then afterwards I had the headache back. So it doesn't make things go away. But the resonant tuning thing, yes, I started feeling it. Again, could feel it in my entire body, like I was vibrating. Like I had it might be funny, but like I had a vibrator in my pocket. And I could feel it like as I'm doing that sound.
Yeah.
And then it gets to the part where I can hear them. 'Cause I gotta turn mine up a little bit louder, but I can hear them. It's like one together. Even though that person's doing it too in your ears, it feels like it's just one person doing it.
And like you can feel like your vocal cords like making a sound, but it doesn't feel like there's anything coming out of your mouth, if that makes any sense. That's how I feel doing that, is like I can feel the vibration in my throat, but like because of the sound playing in my ear and the sound that I'm making, like it doesn't sound like anything's coming out of it doesn't feel like I'm actually verbalizing anything, but I am.
I got so deep into it, I literally think I did it for 45 seconds without breathing.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's crazy too.
What? I can't hold my breath that long.
Can I let out this much air?
Yeah, it was really weird because I wasn't paying attention. I was like, wait a minute, I can't hold my breath this long. What am I doing? And then I took a breath.
Yeah, you get so into like a trance almost. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then so after that, you go into focus 3 again, which was what the intro, the orientation was. The end is at focus 3. So that's when my body felt like if I wanted to move, I couldn't. Like I just felt super heavy. But this time I could feel like, because we talked about the tones, like when they play one tone in your ear, it's solid. They play the other tone in your ear, it's solid. But when they play them together, it's like a vibration, like it's a wave. Like you can hear it, and I could feel it. Like it was like a scanner. Like I felt like there was like something up and down from head to toe,
like a CAT scan.
Yeah, but with the beat of the wave, like of the sound. Yeah. So it was like fast.
Okay.
But I could feel it like in my body. It was weird.
Okay. So people know this one, it teaches us how to go, was it focus 3, and then this one goes to focus 10. So like focus 3 is just kind of like where you're a little bit calm. So with your focus 10, when you started counting, like counting 1, 2, and going all the way to 10, like what happened when you were counting?
So as he's counting, he's like telling you, like he talks, like he's like, oh, like relax your jaw, like tell it's time to go to sleep, like let your body relax. And then he goes to your eyelids, and then your forehead, and then your cheeks, and then your eyes, and then he's like, let that all sink into your brain, like let all of that, like, and it's like as each part of the body, like you're telling to like go to sleep, like it literally started tingling. So then you go to your brain.
Yes, mine did too.
Like but it was like each part, like so it says your jaw, and then your jaw starts to tingle, and then like your forehead, and then my forehead started to tingle, and then my cheeks, Yeah, and so then you like let it go into your brain, and that's when I just it was a weird. I don't even know how to explain it really. Like it was weird.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a
So
weird feeling.
same thing happened to me. So, but as he's telling you like what part to go to sleep, like it was tingling and then numb, and then it felt like it wasn't there.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what it felt like. Like
yeah,
it was
absolutely.
completely asleep. My mind was awake. I know my mind was awake because I was like,
Yeah,
okay, how do I know I'm awake? I can hear
yeah,
Kara in the living room. I can hear Zane screaming at Fortnite. Okay, I am awake. I know I'm awake, and
yeah,
I'm also talking to myself, without
yeah,
saying it. So,
yeah.
but it was very weird. Like it was,
Hmm.
it was asleep. Elisa, did that happen to you? Did your body actually go to sleep? Did you feel it going to sleep as he is telling you
Yeah.
what to relax? Because
Yeah,
I
so
for sure did.
he starts with your face and your head,
Yep.
and then in your neck, and then he's like, okay, like once you're in that like weird state, he's like, look at your feet, like with your eyes closed, like imagine looking at your feet and your legs and telling them like it's time to go to sleep, like
Yes.
release that energy. And the same thing, like you could feel like the tingling like come up your legs, and then he goes to like your abdomen, and he's like, or like your middle portion of your body. He's like, tell like your stomach and your intestines and all that stuff. And then he goes to your chest, and he's like, tell your lungs. And it was crazy. Just
Yeah.
every, like, by the end of it, like, I felt like my whole body was just like tingly.
Yeah. Mine was my head was numb,
Yeah.
numb. She said
Yeah.
I could still move your body. Okay, so she didn't get that part yet. I didn't fall asleep.
Yeah. I didn't fall asleep. I was definitely awake,
Yeah,
but my body
I
was
wasn't.
asleep.
Yeah, I was awake. Um,
Yeah.
I was either having a heart attack when my head was starting to go numb on like one side, and then my whole head went
Yeah.
numb. My eyelids went numb. Um, but I was awake, and I'm sure
Yeah.
because I could move. I know if I wanted to move, I probably could, but they were
Yeah.
asleep. And I tested. I was like, okay, what happens if I'm just sitting here watching Cartoon Network, and I don't move my body at all? Does that shit happen? And none of
Hmm.
it went tingly. None of it went numb. I got uncomfortable, but none of it went numb, like that.
Yeah, and supposedly, like at the after you, because I honestly have no idea how long we were in
So
Focus 10 for.
at least like
Like,
I could move. Like I kept on swallowing. That was it.
yeah,
But I know if I
and
wanted to move, I
breathing.
could. I just felt really
Yeah,
relaxed, really relaxed. But
yeah,
everything was numb. I was still breathing. And I knew I was breathing, but the only thing I could not stop doing was swallowing. Like I had to
yeah.
swallow like every couple minutes.
Hmm. But I was still like I just felt like I was like like zonked out, and
Yeah,
my body felt like I was
it
out.
looked like I was. I'm sure if my wife saw me, I'd but
Yeah,
I did exactly everything it said. Relax your jaw, relax your
yeah.
eyelids, just let your shoulders fall back, your back.
Hmm.
My back got numb, my stomach got numb, my chest didn't because I was still breathing, but I knew I
Yeah.
was breathing. Um, but
And
again,
I don't remember how long we were in Focus 10 for. Like I was in such like a trance state. Like I didn't really have any like crazy like experiences or anything. But like the only thing that happened, and I don't know if like my mind was starting to fall asleep, and because of being in this, it was like my mind's way of telling me to like wake up. But all of a sudden, like I was in this like trance, and then it was like this loud like whoosh sound, and then I heard like three knocks, and then he started talking. I don't, was that in the tape, or was that just something that I was
just something you heard. That wasn't in the tape.
okay?
Yeah, that
See, I
wasn't
don't
in
know.
the tape.
I was in such a deep trance
No.
that I don't, like I said, I don't know if it was my mind being like, hey, like your mind's going to sleep, like wake up, like here's, but it was so loud. It was like and then like just three light like little like, and that's it. Nobody was home. My dog didn't start barking, because he would have started barking if somebody would have knocked on the door.
Yeah, there no knocks on that one. And hey Lisa, what I was talking about earlier is like at first I was like, am I asleep? I could hear Zane yelling in the background and Kara talking, so I know subconsciously I could hear I was not asleep. Again feel like I could have woke up. I could have got my arms up if I wanted to, but I just let them just sit there and just relax and not move,
Yeah.
like they were saying.
Like at one point I had like it's like a, it was like cold, but it felt like almost like an itch, but it was a weird feeling. It was like super cold, and it was on the side of my head, but it was like it was almost uncomfortable. So at one point I did reach my hand up and like run it through my hair, because it was just like a weird feeling on like right here on my head.
Yeah, and
But
there was some times too. I don't know. Did you see anything?
no,
Okay, I saw
nope,
two.
just like the kaleidoscope kind of.
I saw two things this time. Um, and you know how like when you're dreaming and you know you're dreaming and you can actually like visualize and see it like it's there.
Yeah.
So for at least I would say at least 10 seconds, I saw my conversion box behind me. So like you know when you're in focus 10 and he's silent and you're just kind of your mind's wandering a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she itched. Yeah. Um, so I looked like in it. I looked. I saw it. I saw my conversion box. I saw it. It was locked, but I saw it for like at least 10 seconds. Like it was
Like it was like trying to creep back in or
like it
something.
was right in front of me. And
Hmm.
it's just like I was like, oh my god, I saw it. I saw it. Like in my head, I'm like I saw what I was because the whole time I've been imagining it. I never actually seen me doing it like in my mind.
Yeah.
And then after that, I saw my countertop in my living room. Like I saw like I was
Okay.
standing above it. It wasn't
Hmm.
like 10 seconds, but it was like 3 seconds split image. That's my countertop. And
Yeah.
then I was like, fuck, fuck, fuck. I got excited and gone.
Yeah.
So it seems with me is when I get excited, that's when things stop going the way. I was like, I saw my countertop. Put the cotton ball on there.
Yeah. Let's do this right now.
Let's go.
That's
But,
funny.
but it,
Yeah, no, I was in such like a trance state. Like that I am not good at meditating. I've tried it. I've tried it to help me sleep. My brain is not good at like shutting off. Like I'm just constantly like playing things in my head, and I was legit like in a freaking trance. Like I've never felt like that calm
I'm
in
really,
like yeah.
I have ADHD, so this thing,
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
Yeah, I constantly just have my brain's just constantly going a mile a minute. Like I have trouble sleeping because of it, and so
It's weird to me, like because he's guiding us through this, and if you actually do everything he's saying, what
yeah.
happens when you do that is the interesting part. Like
Yeah.
if you're not supposed to itch, but if you have an itch, you can't help it. But
Yeah.
what happens if you have an itch, you just let it go?
It was more than an itch though. Like it was cold. Like it felt like something cold was like just like
On your head?
ting ting ting. Yeah, and it was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. But I did when I came like when I woke up like I felt super refreshed and I felt like I had a bunch of energy.
Yeah, I did too. Elisa said she saw like a kaleidoscope as well.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
That's just when your eyes are closed, it's just kind of like, and mine's purple and black. I don't know if that has any significance or if that's just what
mine's
I see, but
mine's always usually just black. And when I see that image, that's when I'm like, oh my god, I actually saw something. And so you start imagining it because
yeah,
I'm not an LSD. I can't just make it appear in front of me. So
yeah. There are
it's
no
really
drugs involved.
It's just really crazy to be awake and be able to see that, like compared to
Yeah.
a dream. So,
Yeah.
I really wish Kevin
Would hop on this train.
would hop on this train. So
Yeah. Yeah, I've been watching some videos and stuff of people who are also like doing this, and there was a guy that I was watching that talks about like astral projecting with the gateway experience and like how his experience was 10 times more insane because of the gateway.
see, I don't know. Like, we haven't got that far yet. We're only in 2 seasons in. There's 36 of them. So, if we're already experiencing weird things at the beginning of this,
Yeah.
that's what's like interesting. Like, hey, what happens when I'm able to focus 10 every time? Like, what happens then?
Yeah.
Can I astral project? Like, how is that impossible? How can I?
Well, he did say like during the like at the end, like once you start to wake up again, that like taking your two fingers on your right hand and like touching them to the back of your neck and like keep repeating one over and over again, you're supposed to be able to like put yourself like consciously into that like state of mind again.
So they remember,
and then like
to remember,
yeah,
right?
and then if you put your two fingers on the middle like over like your third eye
To
and
help you
like focus, it's supposed to like any detail, like not just like what happened during the thing, like if there's something in your childhood that like you subconsciously like put away because if some and you don't remember the details of it for whatever reason, like you're supposed to be able to like remember exactly what happened in that moment.
Yeah, this is
So
And the thing is, like, I haven't forgot anything yet. Like, I remember
Yeah.
every single part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And to prove to my wife I'm not sleeping, I'm remembering parts of what is being said in the background. So, like, hey, I wasn't asleep. I heard you say this, this, and this.
Yeah.
And you watched this TikTok. I could hear it. She's like,
Yeah.
what are you trying to prove? I was like, I'm trying to prove I'm not asleep. Like, I know
Right.
I'm not asleep. It's just really weird what's happening in my body.
Yeah. It is. It is very crazy.
Elisa said she
But
tried that and she couldn't do it. So you tried putting the fingers to your forehead or the back of your neck?
yeah, because there was two ones that he talked about in that CD.
Yeah, I think it's if you fall asleep. Like, if you can't, you have a hard time remembering what happened.
Yeah.
So, like, I know for a fact I saw two things, my countertop and that conversion box. Like, it was weird.
Yeah.
And if I forgot that, I guess I could put it back in my head. But I didn't remember forgetting anything. Like, if you fall asleep, like, oh shit, what just happened? I'm gone for 33 minutes and now I'm awake.
Yeah.
You know, that's where you put on the back of your head, I believe, or the forehead. Oh, forehead. Got it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was interesting. I'm excited for.
Yeah. Yeah. The next one is, let me pull my notes here. I think it's Advanced Focus 10.
Advanced focus.
Yeah. Discovery 3, Advanced Focus 10 is the next one.
Gateway, Wave 1, Discovery. Yeah, Advanced Focus 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, if I felt like that with just like Intro to Focus 10.
Yeah, what the heck is that?
What's Advanced Focus 10?
Yeah, yes, please.
Yeah, sign me up for that.
I have like 4 pages of documents I'm writing.
Right.
Kara's like, maybe next time I should have an audio recorder. I was like, yeah, I like trying to read my handwriting.
Right. Yeah, mine was a little all over the place. I have like arrows pointing to things because as I was like writing, like, oh yeah, this happened too. So yeah,
Hey,
I'm super.
Hey, Lisa, when you do it, are you by yourself? Are your dogs in the room with you, or is it just you? Like, is Leonard in the room with you? Because when I'm starting to do this, I kick my wife out of my room. I kick the dogs out so that nothing can distract me from being focused. I have ADHD, so it's kind of hard. So when a dog jumps on my chest, I'm trying to do this. I don't want to like throw the dog across the room.
Yeah, I usually do it on Monday mornings, and Gabe's at work, so I'm home alone. But
So
I mean, the animals.
Are your dogs in the room with you? Are you just in the room? Are you in the couch? What are you in a bed?
I usually sit on we have like a reclining couch, and so I'll like recline back on that. And Ace usually he's not like a cuddly dog, so he just like lays on the couch next to me, but he doesn't like jump around or anything.
So okay, dogs and Josh in the room. I'm interested to see when you do the deep focus to try and kick them out.
Yeah.
See if you're able to focus easier. Because the first time Kara was in the room, second time like way more focused on other things happening and distractions. And I put my phone on airplane mode so nothing else distracts me. The TV's off, lights on dim, and no fans on. That's usually what I do. And I lay in my bed, so I'm laying completely flat in my bed. I tried doing like the recliner like you did before. I just couldn't get comfortable, but laying flat in bed, I was got really comfortable.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think I would fall asleep if I lay down in bed. So I think being like in a reclined position helps keep me awake.
Yeah, I think I'm
my bed is
super
I'm so
excited about what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, is this real? Is this fake? Because I don't know.
After
it was done, I had a lot of energy. I could go back to sleep, but I felt good.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
I don't know how to explain it, but well, that's our 30-minute mark, Kayla. So
all right, sweet. Yeah, it's starting to get darker and darker in my house. So
okay. Well, I appreciate you doing the castles, even though you have no power.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me and Kayla will be back about the Gateway next Monday.
Yes.
This week, Saturday, me and Kayla are doing a podcast. I'm not sure what we're going to talk over yet.
Yeah, we haven't decided on the topic yet.
But we'll see. But yeah, that's all I got. I appreciate everyone tuning in. And until next time.
Yep. Shout out to Rep Sports again for sponsoring us, and go check out their products.
Yes. Really good products they got there too.
Yes. Use promo code WPRS Ghost to get you some discounts. Check them out. We're excited about it.
Yes. I'm going to buy some tonight, actually.
Yeah, I probably should too.
All right, we will
So.
see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.
All right. Talk to you later.